Over here, I'm a Boglin. Me and my buddies need a place to hide out. Come a little closer. Oh, did I scare you? Oh, I do that so well. If you take us home, we'll kiss your Aunt Martha. We'll eat your peas. And we hope you know lots of girls. Hey, the name's Boglins, each sold separately, and we're looking for good homes. Maybe yours?
I'm Deke, and this is Freaky Deaky Toys. Thanks for tuning in again. Have you heard of Boglins before? Did you have a Boglin? This is my very first Boglin that I found in the early 90s. His name is Squid. Say hello, Squid. Hi! As you can see, they're a little bit creepy. Their skin is very rubbery. It's like a latex sort of material. You can manipulate their face, make them do all sorts of expressions. It feels very, very strange. I guess, definitely a creepy toy. Have a lot of fun with these guys. I couldn't afford any of the larger ones as a kid. This was the only Boglin I had from my childhood. And I've still got him to this day, kept him in really good condition. He is amazing. He's still my favorite to this day. Now, recently Boglins have actually had a little bit of love. They've been returned to the world via a Kickstarter. They've been relaunched about 2 years ago. The Kickstarter was called Boglins World Domination. Now, there were 3 Boglin Kings launched to begin with. On the side here, I've got King Vlob. He's actually king of the medievals. Now, the first 3 Boglins that they launched from this Kickstarter were based on 3 of the original Boglin molds from their retro line. These ones, though, have evolved. They've grown up a little bit. They've become kings. They've grown their horns, and now they're leaders of their tribes. Now, each of these Boglins actually comes with a little bit of a character card. Tells you a little bit about their lore, their background. On the back, each Boglin comes with a piece of a map to make up the land of the Boglins themselves. So eventually, once I've collected all these pieces together, I think I might frame it, put it on the wall. But as you can see, these Boglins, they come in these really cool boxes. They're little like cages or crates that they live in. In their little bit of a backstory, they absolutely love these crates. They get very cranky if they're not returned to sleep in their crates. They love them to bits. It's not a bit of packaging that you just throw away after you open up the Boglin. It's actually a playset that your Boglin interacts with. Now, as you can see, look, I'll give you a bit of a look at this guy here. This is him. This is what was staring through, the type of thing that was staring at me through the window of the toy shop in the 90s when I first discovered Boglins. How cool is that? Very different to the stuff that was around back then. Boglins aren't based on like a cartoon or a toy line. They were their own thing. Check out some of the little warning labels on the side. Will eat anything. Caution. Do not feed. On the back as well, you've got a little bit of artwork, a bit of a story. You see them all swimming around happily in their little swamp, in their bog. And you see some of the other ones that were coming out. And you can see on the back there, there's some other Dark Lords that are coming out soon. They are more of a Halloween theme, or I shouldn't say soon. They've just been released. I literally just received my delivery of them yesterday. Let me give you a bit more of a tour of this Boglin first before I go into those. Now, these cages are amazing. The front of the cage, it actually opens up. He's coming out, and your Boglin can be removed from the front just like so. Now, what's really cool is you actually get a bit of you've got like a perforated bit of cardboard at the bottom there that you can rip open, and you can actually stick your hand through there and have him talk from inside the cage. Put on your own bit of a puppet show with these guys. If you look on the inside as well, there's a fair bit of detail. You can see He's got a little sign, out to lunch, when he's not in there. Some little like scratches on the wall. He's been keeping a tally of how long he's been in there. Yeah, it's very cool. Here we go. So these ones, much like the small ones, same sort of skin, bit more latexy and rubbery. This type of material, we've been told, is actually a much better material than the old ones. So the old Boglins, if they weren't looked after, the rubber can deteriorate on those. They go a bit sticky and gross. This type of material is new. Apparently, it's going to last a lot longer. It's a bit more resistant to the ravages of time. Now, look at these guys. Their eyes move. You can get them to wink, all sorts of stuff. Their mouths open. Hey guys, I'm Vlad. It's very hard not to do a voice with these guys. They're a lot of fun. They've got their big tail on the back there. There you go. You can see. So this was just one of the other kings that came in the line. There's a few others as well. We'll go into those a bit later. I want to show to you the new Dark Lords. Pop him back into his cage. There we go. You can live in here for a while I talk about your friends. Alright. There we go. Alright. Right. So, these are the Dark Lords. So, these have a bit more of a, I guess, a Halloween theme going to them. You can see they've got the red and black packaging. They've got some spider webs. Do not feed candy. You've got on the front there, this guy's name is Boglins. You can see he's got a bit of a skeleton theme going to him. If you're into your metal, I think he looks cool because he looks like he's got a bit of corpse paint going on as well. Very metal. I love these guys to bits. They're very groovy. So there's Boglins. You've got over here as well. This is Blobkin. He's awesome. He's a bit of a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin theme. Look at that. How cool is he? These ones glow in the dark apparently as well. I know their eyes definitely do, but I haven't tested the new Dark Lords. Apparently their entire body glows in the dark. Now, these two are based on, the Blobkin and Boglins are based on two retro Boglins that they had back in the day. They've been returned to life. But this guy, he's brand new. This is Crazy Clown. He's awesome. Now, I think he's based on, was it Gacy, that serial killer, the clown? But, you know, we all know clowns are a little bit creepy in their own right anyway. They don't necessarily have to be like a serial killer. You've got the movies like It as well. I've got a friend who's absolutely shit scared of clowns, so I think I might send him one of these as a bit of a birthday present or something, just to tease him. I don't know. I think I can have a bit of fun with that. Sorry, having a bit too much fun with these guys. Absolutely love that one. He's very, very cool. Now, they came in a variety of different sort of shapes and sizes. You've seen a small Boglin, you've got a large one. Here are some mini Boglins. Now, these ones were sort of like, I guess, a little bit more random. You didn't know what ones you were getting in the pack. If you collected things like Monsters in My Pocket, you'd be very familiar with that sort of theme. So these all had different sculpts. Each of them were from different tribes. This is one of the prehistorics. Here you go. You got another little one here biting his tail. They all had really cool little sculpts going on. Very, very cool. I do prefer the larger ones, the actual puppet ones. They're my favorites in general. But I've got a bit of a small collection going on back here as well. Boglins in general are just groovy in all shapes and sizes. Here's one of the older ones. This is one of the, I guess, rarer hairy Boglins. He's got a little tuft of hair going. This is one of the more retro Boglins from the 80s and 90s. You can see him. He's still got his working eyes. He still works pretty well. Yeah, this is the only one of the hairy Boglins I've got, but you know, that's okay. You know, come across them. Boglins are, it's getting a little bit expensive to collect the older retro Boglins. They are definitely skyrocketing in popularity, and I guess the downside to that is people are trying to hunt the old ones on eBay, left, right, and centre. So, what was a little bit cheaper a few years ago to buy a Boglin, is you're paying probably double, triple the amount that you'd normally pay back then. But it's only going to get more expensive, so if you find something that you want to grab, I'd probably grab it. Alright guys, I thought I might just give you a bit of a tour of the Boglin collection anyway. So, we've met King Vlob. Thought I might just give you a bit of a look at this one here. This one's not been opened yet, and that's because, if you look on the back here, signed by Tim Clark himself. So if you're not sure who he is actually one of the co-creators of the Boglins. There he is, Tim Clark. So pretty chuffed to have that in my collection. Pretty groovy. Pop that back up there. Alright, so we've got two other Boglins that we haven't met yet. This is King Drool and Dwark. They're pretty groovy. I'll probably have to say King Drool is my favourite out of those three. They're all sporting their own enamel badge as well to collect. Here they are again, but these are the Golden Horn exclusives. They're a little bit harder to get. We didn't get them released here in Australia. I got them part of my Kickstarter. They've got their own Golden Horn enamel badges as well. Slightly different paintwork. See, they got their golden horns. Slightly different boxes. Little authentic certificate stickers, or numbered. Big bling going on with Dwark there. Here we go, we got an OG Dwark of the hairy Boglin variety, and an OG Vlob as well. So you see there, he's missing his third horn. He's got no horns at all. So that's what I mean. When they evolved, they gained an extra horn or grew horns all together, and that made them a king amongst their tribe. So we've got the red eye varieties here, another set of exclusives. Again, different boxes, different certificate stickers. These ones actually got red eyes, as per the name. Red horns. They all got little masks as well. Slightly different paintwork. They got their own little badges to go along with them as well. Look at this sad fellow. Very forlorn. Oh, I'm so sad. He actually squirts water out, that Boglin. Right, down here we've got my favourites. These are the small Boglins. So, Squid, as I mentioned before, he was my first Boglin I ever owned. And first lot of Boglins that I collected was actually the small ones, so I got the full set here. Now, one thing you'll notice as you start collecting Boglins is a lot of the small ones have actually got different names depending on the region that they were released in. So I think it's the difference is US or European names. But here we go. We've got Boink, Clang, Doink, Blap, Squit, and Splat. Some baby Boglins at the front there. A few others hanging around that haven't got homes yet. In the corner there, I've got two glow-in-the-dark versions. Had to get one of Squid. Got one of Clang there as well. There you go. I mean, Slump, he's got a different name. Now, that was just an empty box that I had, so I threw my other Splat in there. He's just hanging out. If I ever get another Blap, he'll just go in there. That's Lick, another action Boglin. Unfortunately, his licking mechanism is missing. He still looks groovy hanging out there. You can also see, like, he's a slightly darker purple. This purple here. There's slightly different colour variations as well between some of the Boglins. Like, look at those two there. Not sure if it's just his the two splats have had just one's missing his paint, one's got better paint than the other, or whether he just didn't have the paint in the first place. Alright, but let's move down here. We've got some more exotic Boglins on display down here. So we've got some soggy Boglins. Now the soggy Boglins are more aquatic Boglins. Rather than a crate or a cage, they actually came in these little aquariums. So they're really cool. We've got Slobstar. You can't really see him really well in there. There you go. A little bit better. But his plastic's a bit grubby. But it's more of like a lobster theme. We've got Slog, bit of an amphibian sort of theme going on with him. Up here we have Snish the Fish. So he's probably my favourite of the three. He was probably my Grail Boglin. He was pretty hard to come by. Especially one which with as nice condition as him. Paint's nice, he's in good condition, no rips. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with him. He's got a little bit of paint wear inside his mouth, but he's still got his water squeeze mechanism. All his eyes, his little mechanical bits inside. No, it's good. Very happy. Just sucks that I don't have a little home for him. That's something I might have to find later on, or even maybe just make a little aquarium house for him myself. But yeah, he's definitely cool. Underneath there, we've got an OG Drool still hanging out in his original cage. He's even got his tag as well. He himself is in pretty good condition. He's got still got his nice colouring. See, no horns. His box has seen a bit better days, but it's alright, still there. So what you also see there are the mini Boglins. Now, those mini Boglins are very similar to, like if you're familiar with Monsters in My Pocket, you might buy a box, you get what, like, there's one particular one you're getting. The rest would be like a random assortment inside. You have to try and collect a lot. So, got a bit of a mix going on here. They're all pretty groovy. They're all got their different tribes that they belong to. Yeah, they're all got a fair bit of character going on. This guy spewing his guts up. Prehistoric one. Gulp. Or hamburger Boglin. The guy's about to off himself. So yeah, a lot of character there. The ones in the cage there, they're actually, inside the cage there are actually the Kellogg cereals ones that I've got. So they were a little bit smaller. Still got a mini Boglin inside his pack. Very tempted to do like a video of me just opening it to see which one it is, but I think I might just leave them in there. A recent acquirement of my own is the Mini Boglin's Swamp Carry Case. Now, that's like a bit of a, I guess, a bit of a play set. It's also something to, as it says, carry them around, but I don't know, I reckon you can fit 13 or so Boglins in there. I don't reckon you can. It's pretty tough. You'd have to probably maybe 13 small ones. But yeah, that was a pretty cool score, I thought. Certainly, definitely one for the collection. All right, and down the bottom there, got another Slog. He's missing his tongue. There you go. You get a better look at him though. Pretty groovy. Got a Snish. He's missing his eyes. I might do a bit of a custom paint job on him. Been inspired by people in the community and doing their own sort of custom work. So I might give that a go myself. See what happens. And here we go. We've got the Dark Lords themselves. So they've all got their own little pins as well. They do look pretty groovy. Love those boxes. Can't wait to see what that bat one looks like. So that's the collection. Which is your favourite out of the Boglins I've got on display? Have I decided to, or have I inspired you to start a Boglin collection of your own? I wouldn't say I've got the biggest collection. I still consider mine to be a very humble, small collection of Boglins, but some pretty impressive collections out there, especially when you hit some of the Boglin collector groups. Some of the community members out there have been accumulating these guys for some fair amount of time. But I'm still pretty proud of my little stash of Boglins. They're nice and unique. They look cool. They look awesome on display. They're even cooler to play with. So let me know in the comments if you have decided or you have already started a Boglin collection. And tell me who your favourite Boglin is. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe now and hit the subscribe bell and get notified when our next episode drops. Bye!
Hi, I'm a Boglin. Me and my buddies want to be your friend, right, guys? Right. Call us at 1-900-909-5464 and hear how we can protect you from ferocious beasts.
And help your teacher grade your math test.
Yeah, new story every day.
1 call gets you a 3D Boglin hologram like this.
4 calls get you a set of 6. Trade them with your buddies.
And part of your $2.35 2-minute call goes to Special Olympics.
So get your parents' permission and call us at 1-900-909-5464. Don't get the phone. I said get it, not eat it.